Hello, everybody. Start super fast. So, Caminandes, have you heard of it? Probably, yes? Yes. So, Caminandes is the result of 1 week of free time we had back last year with Francesco and with Bjorn from Sintel. We had and Jan, of course, for the audio, Jan Morgenstern. So we had this free week of time, and then okay, let's make something. Let's make an animation. We had like Blender Institute courses 1 week, and the next week, and the one in the middle was free. So okay, let's make a movie. And hey, I have a character. Hey, I have an environment. So let's make something. Before that, I had some sort of an experiment of what it could be like an environment and 2 characters. One of them is this little armadillo thing. And then there was some sort of another character, which is Koro, and it's right there. It's a llama. It's actually a guanaco. So this was an experiment I started in 2011 and kind of finished in 2012-ish. I never showed it anywhere on the web. Actually, I don't know. I didn't. It was like an eternal work in progress. So this thing started sort of like getting something done. I was about to turn 10 years into using Blender. Now I'm on 10 or 11 years, and I wanted to have a short movie. I wanted to have something, you know? So I've been doing characters since a long time, so I just started with like making drawings, making fluffy stuff, then making like redefining. Here's like too little and too fat, too kitty, and now here's more like a teenager. It's a little llama, and then I made it like it is here now. It changed a lot during this time, but I'm quite happy with the result. This is not a llama, actually. It's a guanaco, a chulengo. It's a kind of llama. It's like a cousin of a llama. So yeah, basically I just started making tests with this model. I did some concept art, and I just wanted to have something done. So we have this free week. We made this movie. You've probably seen it on the Susana Awards. It's the first Caminandes Llama drama. It worked much better than we thought. So we were super happy. It's just like, it's a stupid movie, 1 minute. And it went to some festivals, and it got to some places, and we were really happy. So why not making a new one? Okay, how? For that, you need, of course, time. And for time, you need money. And for money, you need a producer. So we got Francesco to help us and get the funding.
So I did a little bit of production work for Caminandes. So I'm not going to show any slide because it's, there is no artwork. It's just mailing and getting in touch with people and trying to reach for the best artists you can imagine. So, yeah. Basically, this summer, after being in SIGGRAPH in LA, and having Caminandes screened in the Computer Animation Festival there, which for us was pretty interesting, pretty big thing. We were really thinking seriously, okay, we need to make something else. And coincidentally, Hjalti was around, so we approached him and asked him, okay, would you like to not sleep for a couple of weeks and get a nice, cute llama animation done? And he said, yeah, of course. I mean, that's what computer animators do. They don't sleep, they just animate all the time, right? So after his positive feedback, then it was going to be me, Pablo, Hjalti, and Bjorn. And then, of course, we wanted to approach somebody else to handle the lighting together with Pablo so that we would be more balanced. And so, of course, we approached Andy, who is well known for also being very skilled in fluffy character lighting, as you might know from Big Buck Bunny, for example. And his reaction was also positive, so he was into the project. And he was also fine with not sleeping. Actually, he asked, like, are we going to sleep at all? And I said, I mean, yeah, I'm going to arrange apartments for everybody. So, yeah, but I mean, if we can also not sleep, is fine. So, yeah.
Users like that.
Of course, this means that the team was a little bit bigger. So more people, it means more blenders running, more computers running, and so more technical issues. So we need a technical issue manager, also known as the technical director, who is Sergey. And he's been helping us. He was looking forward, as you can see, he's so happy to be on the team. And of course, so he came over as well. And so we were in Amsterdam since, we are in Amsterdam since almost 10 days. Bjorn couldn't join the team here in Amsterdam because he went to work in Australia for a little while on another animation project. But he's been helping us a lot because he actually wrote the original story and he supervised the storyboards and he kept on giving us feedback remotely. So in the end, the team, as you can see here, has been expanded to include Sergey and Hjalti and Jan Morgenstern, the original soundtrack composer for Caminandes, and we got a great deal of help from Juan Pablo Pousa, who made the rig, the new rig for Coro, which is a great rig that you have seen demonstrated by Hjalti today in the animation polish workflow, and he's also going to show it off in a few seconds on this computer. So at this moment, the production is looking pretty good. We've been working really hard before the Blender conference. And after the Blender conference, we're going to keep on pushing for a few more days. And the idea is that the delivery of the release of the film will be towards the end of November. So you won't have to look, to wait for too long. And as you can see from this nice thermometer, we still didn't cover all our expenses. So we are still looking for support for this project. And this project is a Blender Foundation open movie. This means that when we were in LA trying to figure out the best way to actually produce this, to get the financial part going, we were approached by Ton, who offered us the possibility of working in the Blender Institute and to release the film as a Blender Foundation open movie. This means that every donation that you do, that every pre-order of this USB card that will contain the movie and all the files of the film, every pre-order that you do is going to support our production and is also going to support Blender development itself and the Blender Foundation and the Blender Institute. So yeah, I think this is pretty much about it. I don't want to bore you any further, and I would like the guys, the artists, to show actually something very cool. Thank you.
Hello. Oh God.
Maybe you want to use that microphone.
Oh yeah.
You can use
Yeah. And this guy has his own special secret input. Hjalti. Weird.
Yeah.
Animators, you know.
I know,
The
right?
mouse is all over there.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay. This is going to work great. By the way, smooth. So, the only person on the team that actually speaks English as like the mother tongue is not here. That's the Australian. Yeah. So it's been kind of weird having everybody together and everybody's communicating through English, and it actually works out. It's really good. I love it. So anyway, so this is the rig right here. So how many were at the workshop this morning? Okay, so, yeah. So I'm working with the same amount of space. I can barely see what I'm doing, which is fine. It's fine. So what am I supposed to be doing?
Just, I don't know, have fun.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can show the animation, actually.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no pressure. I have what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes, yeah, exactly. Oh. It's okay, I won't sleep tonight, it's fine. Let's see, shots. Can I show just like the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So here we got the llama walking in and, oh, plays so fast. It's so smooth. Yeah, of course, here we go. All those
So what was your major challenge on this? You're an animator for years. What was the most complicated thing of animating a freaking llama?
A quadruped has 4 legs. That can be a challenge.
Not for long.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm getting more used to it. And there are like certain things about the llamas, as I mentioned in the workshop. I was watching the reference, like Pablo had a documentary about llamas, so I was watching that and scrubbing through it, and there were these minute things like the way he walks, if you can see, both the legs on either side like will move at the same time, which is absurd. Like a cat won't walk like that, a horse won't walk like that. So apparently, in the quadruped family, some animals actually walk like this, which is kind of weird, like camels and whatnot. So when I did the walk cycle the first time around, I actually made him walk like a cat or a horse. So yeah, Pablo had to correct me on that one and like show me the actual reference. But yeah, so like for example, if you look at him right now, the pivot point, I have to be careful not to go extreme with the pivot point, make him like readjust himself, because of course if you look at my body and I go on one leg, my entire body has to shift its weight to the other side to readjust itself for that weight going to the side. So there's like this tiny pivot point that forms. Yeah, so it's been really fun working with the rig also, because it's really highly detailed and it offers a lot of cartoony stuff. So you have like the basic IK, FK, everything that a basic rig has to have, and then on top of that you have all these bone structures like you can just pull and stretch and do all kinds of crazy stuff with. So I just love that. Yeah, so maybe you want to go. I'm probably out of time already, blabbering away.
No.
Oh.
1 more minute, yeah.
Okay, what do I do?
A whole minute now.
Oh, you set me up so bad right now. Can we just go switch to Andy?
Animation style.
Yes, animation style. This is the how. Oh, there are some poses. I made.
Oh yes, of course.
This guy is awesome. You ask him like, make a cartoon, and then awesomeness is it.
English, I know, right?
Yeah. For example, like this.
Yeah, crazy poses. So I've been
Thank you.
I've just been going crazy with the stretch thing in the face. So every time he moves really quickly, I will make his nose, for example, be a little bit more fleshy, and his jaw, for example, I will make it delay ever so slightly. And when he moves really quickly, I will just stretch it out. And you always have to remember that whenever let's say this is his head and it's moving really fast here. So I'm not just arbitrarily stretching it, of course. I'm imagining that kind of an arc, and then whatever is stretching has to follow that arc. So whether it's to the ears, the nose, whatever it is, like you have to just be aware of that. If you don't do that, it's gonna look like it's jiggling all over the place. But yeah.
It's been great working together with him and with the rigging guy, Juan Pablo, because you can really push like, I need more cartoon, I need more cartoon. You know? And like, don't be afraid to scale bones or to squash his head and they get an eye popping out, and then the nose over here when he's moving. Like, that's awesome. I really put it off.
Yeah,
awesome.
and there's one extra like hint. I'm not gonna do any spoiler, but he like, just from the images, there's stuff that happens to him. So he will, just like in Wile E. Coyote kind of a thing, he will like get his body tested and slapped, and there's stuff gonna happen. So that like justifies all the frame by frame stretching and whatnot. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Awesome.
All right.
Here.
What do I do?
You can drag and drop these images here.
That.
Be there.
Here. This.
Yeah,
Oh, all right. Oh, it's big. Okay. So the challenge in this one is that this movie we're trying to render with cycles. And for everyone who has been following the production, the first one was rendered in Blender Internal. So for the second one, actually Pablo had to redo the entire fur of Koro and basically port it over to cycles. So this movie is kind of following a different. It's not only using a different renderer, but this time we really try to like push everything into a more cartoony sort of look. We're really trying to saturate the colors and make it really stylized and make it pop. So it's going to be really exciting to watch. So what do I show? What else?
Oh, you can
Is there? Oh, wait. There's There's more. What is this? Oh, right. So, hold on. I can do this. No. Here we go. So, anyway, this is so. I could look at this all day long. So what the benefits that we get from using cycles is that we get really gorgeous light, and the fur just looks awesome. Like, I mean, in this shot, there's only 2 sun lamps lighting the whole thing. It's really, really easy to set up. You just basically append all the stuff. I don't have to do anything. But yeah, we get super nice depth of field, and unfortunately, we don't have any character deformation blur right now in cycles. But we've been using the vector blur solution, and it seems to work. There's another one here. We have to zoom. No, that's actually.
Oh, that's
right. Yeah. No. Oh, hold on. That seems to work. So. Yes, I can understand.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And can I show this?
The video?
The video? Yeah. Where is it?
Should be there.
Right. Oh, there's just right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
It's not a video player.
No.
There.
All right. Okay. I'll just do this. Okay, this isn't a final shot. I think we just got the renders from it back, and we have more motion blur right now. Basically, in this movie, we have lots and lots of different things. Like in the first one, it was volumetric clouds and grass and hair, and that was it. And now we have volumetric clouds, we have sparks, we have things that fly around, and big, giant explode. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Yeah. Okay, but so it's not only been a challenge in the rendering side to get everything to work in cycles, but also to combine all the different elements, because most of the stuff that is smoke we have to render in Blender Internal, and yeah, it's not only lighting and compositing that I do. It's also hand animating sparks and doing all the simulation stuff. And grass, yeah.
Awesome, I love it.
Everything in here is so pink.
It's so weird. Where is it?
You did the matte painting as well.
Oh yeah. There's a matte painting in the background. It's actually just a sphere, a cyclorama kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's. Oh.
That shot is not complete.
No facials, no anything, but it's awesome grass.
Basically, the way that it works, we have a really small set. We don't render much of the world, but only the foreground is basically rendered in cycles, and the background is extended with a matte painting. The background is also stylized a bit further to just make the characters pop out more. And actually, the background matte painting is just based on the first movie, the mountain range. So because everything here in the movie happens in Patagonia, right? Yes. Still okay.
Correct.
And yeah, so we still have to find the right balance to make it kind of feel like it's a continuation of the story, like it's getting further, but also having it kind of have the same, making it kind of the same, that it's the same environment. Blah blah blah. Okay, am I finished now?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah, I would. Yes. Quick thing is that it's a good thing, we're also adding some features that you can see on the blog, or we can plug in some awesomeness from here.
Okay, so how many time you got?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
5 minutes.
So actually I've been technical director, I think it's called. And first thing I fixed, it was a microwave. It was
That was the first thing he did.
mean, you cannot survive an open movie without microwave. How would you have a dinner, microwave dinner without microwave? It's not going to happen. So, but for Blender, I'm trying to configure this display and talk at the same time. It doesn't seem to work. How do I do this? Okay. Refresh.
Let's apply it first.
Apply.
Yeah, apply.
Okay, so where am I?
Try to move the arrow up.
I'm trying.
Or sideways.
Oh, I know what happened. Oh man, it's so,
But where is it?
it's somewhere upstairs.
This is the hardest part, as usual.
Yeah. So actually there was not so many requests from artists this time, and
Yeah, you made a clone, but it doesn't really work.
yeah, it doesn't really work. What's the resolution you use, Pablo?
640 by 480.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All of it.
And it doesn't work anyway. So, first feature was implemented, I think it was copy paste for curve widget, so we can, like, if you got two RGB mapping curves, recently you needed to, like, select point, copy its X value, paste it X value, copy Y value, and paste it. And now you can just Control C on one curve widget and hover mouse onto another one, Control V, and it will magically works. And another feature was FPS counter in video sequencer. It's pretty easy and straightforward to implement, and it's just there. And I know why. It's a loose con. What? How do I make it like the same? Say hi from me. Yeah. So, is it really? Was it really so tiny little for you? So next feature was lock timeline, so you can move your timeline and not worry about like it's gonna to go outside of preview range or like final range. It was really used for animators. It was some a little bit like bug fixes for Blender, and one of biggest issues was like render farm. It didn't work at all. Like I needed to take all the Jasta apart and put it back together, which apparently worked pretty well. And the latest feature from Project Pampa, does everyone know that it's Pampa is? Like, okay, so from Project Caminandes, it was like requested by animators team. And imagine you've got like rotation of cube and animated rotation location. Its rotation is like in degrees, it's 300 values, like, and it's like really stretched up, and location is really tiny little bit. How do we tweak this? It was really annoying, and now we just put normalization, and this is it. Patch is still being reviewed by Brett for final including into trunk because it still requires some tweaks for interface and some workflow questions, but we hope to commit it really soon, like next week. And anyone wants to talk more about this?
I think we need to kind of wrap it up.
We need to wrap it up, okay. So.
We can. Okay, so maybe I can. Maybe I can plug that again. So I have some stuff. Will you hold this?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to talk while we're planning something?
Yes, exactly. So, well, we're gonna wrap up. What is it about?
Yeah,
it's fine. I have.
But that's gonna be a stereo microphone. It's 3D sound, you know.
Yeah. So, plug and play. Bien. So, this was more or less our project. We are very happy to have this kind of production. This is the first open movie made at the Blender Institute that is not produced by Ton. So Ton doesn't have to worry about anything. We worry. It's an experiment, so it's not like one of those long, like Intel, 10 months, 1 year working on it. It is just we are trying to make it short and try to get down to the point, get some features inside Blender, and release it as open content, Creative Commons, so everybody can study, get the files, release whatever versions you want, just change, do whatever you want with the files, basically. We are very happy. Well, I personally am very happy. It's like a freaking dream team, you know, like the best in animation, the best in rendering, everything. So we hope to finish and deliver the movie by the end of now November next month. I hope if the audio is there, the render is pretty much there, animation is like 80 or 90%, so 90, 91, 92%. And we are doing our best to deliver a nice and fun little cartoon movie. I hope we can do more of this. I know the next project is Gooseberry, so we're going to be busy for a couple of years. But I would love to see more of these little tiny, not so big open movies. Just make us a tiny 2 minutes, 1 minute animation, nice little gag, and get those little features of productivity and that we really need, and get them in Blender so we can all share it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. We have 3 minutes for questions. Any question? Oh, one question.
Yeah, you spoke briefly, Andy, about making it look cartoonish, I think. In regards to like cycles being like, you know, extremely like designed for photorealism and stuff like that, were there any other things that you used to get that cartoonish look, like hand-painted textures or things like that? Could you speak a bit more on that?
Yeah, most of the textures are actually touched by hand. There's very little really pure photo textures. Basically, we saturate the hell out of everything, which is also leading to a problem. I mean, if you saturate the entire image, it's not gonna give a nice result. So we have to be selective about it. So for example, Koro, he has a different ID pass, so we can saturate him in a different way from the rest. Yeah, and the lighting is it's not purely photorealistic. I mean, the sun changes direction quite a bit, so it can it adjusts for the shot, so the character looks more like pops out and is more visible in the shot. We use can I say?
Yeah.
Okay. We use a shitload of rim lights, so it's very everything has outlines, and of course the modeling also makes things very cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah. Another question? No?
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
How was it?
So I invite everybody to hang out here. I guess nobody's gonna leave, and we get Don, maybe, yeah.
Right. If there's any other question.